America runs on hardworking auto pros, and for the past 100 years, NAPA has been right there with them, keeping their businesses strong and their customers on the road. I'm Kevin Linger, and this is Auto Pros on the Road. We're going coast to coast, visiting 50 NAPA Auto Care centers and 50 NAPA Auto Parts stores, meeting the teams who make it all happen. Starting an auto shop is tough work, but keeping it going for 40 years is an even bigger obstacle. However, at some point, it's time to step away and enjoy life outside the shop. After all the blood, sweat, and tears you put in, you don't want to just sign away the papers to anyone. But what happens when a succession plan to keep a pillar of the community going isn't within the family?
So I started this business in 1981, and when I graduated from college, I had a pretty good business going, I had a pretty good following, and 44 years later, it was time to sell and turn the business over to the younger generation. My name is Wes Ward, and I am the former owner of Wes Ward Auto Repair.
My dream of owning a shop has been since I was in high school. Went to school as a technician, worked as hard as I could in dealerships for the last 17 plus years. And the joy of owning my own shop has always been a dream. And when this one kind of came to me, it was one of those, I have to jump on it and not let it go.
We both grew up here. I grew up in Cabot, he grew up in Lunenburg/Littleton, and I left and came back, and so did he, and there's a reason that we chose this community, and we love the people here, and we want to raise our kids here, and we see ourselves here for a really long time, and so it's important for us to give back to the people that kind of made us who we are.
Wes and Paula didn't want to turn the keys to their kingdom over to just anyone. They knew it had to be the right fit, and hopefully, someone from their own community.
Go through the process. So there were some corporations that were interested in buying the shop, and we wanted to keep the name. We wanted to keep our customers satisfied and make sure that they get taken care of. So we decided to look locally instead of nationally, and Brett and Ashley are from this area, and they were wanting to have their own shop, so it was just a perfect fit for all of us.
Having somebody local come in and step into the same shoes is wonderful for the community, the customers, the staff. It's just going to work very well.
This location has been a staple in this entire area. We have been so ingrained in this community that most of the guys here, most of the guys on the counter, all of our customers have already had some type of interaction with us to kind of take his 44-year business and move on to it with a familiar face. It worked out well.
Turning something over that you've worked hard to create is never an easy thing to do. But Wes has the confidence that Brett and Ashley will continue his legacy.
I feel very confident that they're going to continue. They want to continue the legacy that we have created here. And we're dealing with second and third generation customers. And when they come in, they want to be taken care of. We pride ourselves on excellent customer service. So we know that Brett and Ashley are going to do the same thing, and they're going to take care of our customers just the way we do.
The honor of having a legacy kind of handed over to you and say, this is what I've built, this is everything I have. I trust you to move forward with it is an honor. It's one of the, I think, a responsibility that we take very seriously, and we want to kind of show him proud, if you will. Move the needle in the direction he would have had if he was 40 years younger. So
I think they're looking forward to building relationships as we have, and learning more about the community and all of those generations of families. It's a given. When you have a waiting room, you're always going to get to know your customers, and that's the personal touch that we offered, and I think that they want to carry that on as well.
We had a lot of conversations with him, and the one thing that we impressed upon him is we appreciate what he's built, we have the same values, and we do want to honor that legacy. And so, him trusting us, obviously a huge deal, and we feel honored.
Auto shops face challenges every day. Wes and Brett both know that the changes in technology within a car is the next hurdle Brett will need to overcome to grow the business.
Well, it's been a challenge for some of the technology that has come along. I know that when we first started, I was working on cars from the 70s, and so it was when they first came with catalytic converters and then fuel injection. And so now we're transitioning into hybrids and electric vehicles, and we are staying up with the technology. Our friends from NAPA have been excellent for helping us with training.
I think, yes, the technology in cars, one of the biggest challenges in the automotive industry is how cars are developed every day, how they're put into the market, and how they're repaired. Parts availability is a huge thing for some of these new cars. Technician competency is also a huge thing for some of these new cars. That, I think, is going to be my biggest challenge. And also, one of my goals is to evolve as the market evolves.
Now that the keys have been turned over, Wes and Paula are ready for the next chapter of their lives. They have no resentment in their decision, but leave Brett and Ashley with a little advice.
Well, I'm 68, and it's time to be thinking about doing some of the things that I want to do, and I want to be able to do those things while I still can. And so that was the main reason why we decided to transition away from the shop and maybe turn it over to the younger generation.
He said it was bittersweet.
It was
I think he can, I can imagine it would be the case after 40 years. I think he's ready to go do the things he wants to do and be with his grandkids and spend time doing things that he hasn't been able to while working here. But at the same time, I know he interviewed quite a few people to purchase it, and he felt ready once he found the right people, is what he told us. And that was really comforting on both ends, I'm sure.
My advice is don't make any changes. Just keep going and doing what we're doing. Continue the operation as it is. It's very successful, and people rely on us, and they're going to continue doing that as well.
There will be changes in time, but as far as community and as far as staffing goes, keeping everything the same is the best for customers. As long as they continue to trust them like they trusted us, everything will be wonderful.
Honestly, our goals are to keep it going. Obviously we want to move the needle as far as growth goes. I don't foresee us doing any massive changes. I think that the only change you're going to see is we're going to grow.